I guess we're doing this shit. Alright, what's up? You know, I'ma just jump right into it. I'm that nigga that burnt that Captain America comic book. That was my 15 minutes of fame right there. If you Google TGKAFG, that's the first thing that comes up. At first, I'ma just take it back because this was 3 fucking years ago. It was like back in May 2016. It was the first day the book came out. As of May 2016, I was the biggest Captain America fan. Captain America was my favorite superhero, just bar none, period. Over everybody else, even over Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man because of his doubt of himself. That's his biggest weakness. He doubts himself. Why Captain America was my favorite superhero, he was a symbol of hope and American pride and like what we could be and not what we are. Because what America is pretty shit. We're a shitty fucking country. We're basically a third world country and we try to make it look like we're better than that, but we're really not. We just have more rich people. We have people starving and dying and shooting each other just like a third world country. We're a shitty country. When you read a comic book, you read a comic book for some sort of escapism or like to feel like the world could be better than it actually is. At the time, Captain America was not Captain America anymore. Sam Wilson was Captain America. I did like that he was Captain America, but I had problems with it. Like any Captain America fan had problems with the Falcon being Captain America. It wasn't the same. So when Marvel announced that they were bringing back Captain America, I was fucking hype as fuck. I was esteemed to the highest height. Everything was gonna be great again. I saw his new suit. I saw the new cover. I was like, holy shit. That's a cool fucking suit. I swore to myself, I'm gonna buy this thing on the very first day that I get it. The very first day. Then I'm gonna keep it mint condition. I'm gonna keep it forever. I'm gonna love this fucking comic book. And then I saw the last page of it. Not even the last page. I read the comic. What happened first was I saw all the Twitter hype about it and how people said Cap is Hydra now. And I'm like, I don't believe that. That's bullshit. So I had to actually read the comic. I read every page of it just to get a simple understanding of what the fuck was going on because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was confused. At the end of the comic, Captain America proved that he was Hydra. And then he said it. And then he said that titular fucking line. My heart broke. In all honesty, like, that was my favorite superhero. Marvel thought the best thing to do with that character was to make him a Nazi. It really hurt. I'm not the type of person that a Nazi likes, obviously. They were pandering to the white supremacist audience. They did this specifically for white supremacists to jump into the comic because America was turning at that time because of Trump and because of white supremacists. There were more white supremacists in this country, so they made one of their greatest, least racist characters an evil bigot. And this has to do with the entire Secret Empire storyline. I used to be into comics. This is what got me off of comics. This is what made me stop reading comics. Not just this. I stopped reading DC comics because of Eddie Berganza. And basically because he's like a rapist and a sexual predator. And I just didn't approve of that and I didn't want to see that. I was still reading Marvel comics because I didn't think anything was wrong with that. But then they took their paradigm character and ruined him. At that moment, I just said, I'm done reading these comics. I can't do it anymore. I said, maybe I'll still read Spider-Man because I like Spider-Man, but I was so fucking sad. As a comic book fan, nothing has ever made me sadder than that day. I was really mad, so I decided to burn that shit. I bought it with my own money. I went to the store, I bought it first day. I burnt that shit. I didn't know what else to do with it. I'm not gonna keep Nazi propaganda in my house. I'm not gonna hold on to that. That would just make me feel lesser as a black man. I can't be a black man and a comic book fan anymore. That's basically what Marvel was telling me. And it hurt. It hurt so much that I'm not gonna buy this comic and burn this comic for nothing. I'm at least gonna show my opposing force against it, and I'm gonna show that this isn't cool. This is fucked up. You can't alienate your black audience like this and still think that we're gonna just fucking go along with it because that's fucked up. It's really fucked up to do. to fans. It's mean. So I burnt the shit and I put it on Twitter. I had no idea that this would be my 15 minutes of fame. But that shit ended up getting 30,000 views and a Bleedin Cool article, which was weird. I don't get it. It's not like this country is opposed to Nazi shit. We elected a Nazi president that year. It's just my one avenue of escapism that had no Nazis in it suddenly had a Nazi in it, and it just felt really bad. I guess that's my legacy. Like I said, when you Google my name, that's the first thing you see, and then the pig comics and everything else. I thought I could put that shit behind me. And I was done with comic books. I am done. I am not reading another comic again. I don't need to do it. But then there's the MCU. I kept watching the MCU movies because why not? But like, after a while, I kind of fell off. I haven't seen the Spider-Man movies because why the fuck do I need to see those? I didn't see Doctor Strange. It took me a while to see Thor Ragnarok, and I only saw it because it was on Netflix. I saw Black Panther with the niggas, but that's Black Panther. And then I saw Infinity War because I kind of need to, and Endgame. I was watching Endgame, and I was getting hyped, man, because I loved Endgame. I was loving Endgame, and then it got to that scene where Captain America gets in the elevator.
Hey, Cap. I'm low.
And I thought, oh shit. Captain America's gonna beat these Nazis' asses again.
Sorry, Cap. I can't give you the subject.
I'm gonna have to call the director.
And he doesn't.
That's okay. Trust me. Hail Hydra.
He does that shit again. So this is basically Marvel doubling down on their Nazi pandering, and they just want to keep on pleasing their white supremacist crowd. And now I'm done with the MCU movies. I'm done with Marvel pretty much. I'm done with Disney. No matter what you do, you just can't escape this shit. Picture yourself as a Jewish comic book lover or like a black comic book lover. Picture yourself in my place. Just always hounded by this Nazi propaganda. How the world is just changing into a safe haven for white supremacy. Nowhere safe. I'm done with Marvel. I'm done supporting Marvel. At least DC fired their sexual predator, all right? At least they fired that Eddie Barazaga, whatever the fuck his last name was. Not only does Marvel not care how people like me would feel, they doubled down on it. And I imagine they're gonna keep doubling down on this shit. People kept telling me, just wait it out. Just wait and see if Secret Empire is any good. And it wasn't. It was shit. Everything about Secret Empire was shit. So no, making Captain America a Nazi wasn't a good storytelling device. It was shit. And they doubled down on it anyway. It's fucking depressing. But obviously, they don't give a fuck. And why would Disney give a fuck? Like, Disney's always been a safe haven for white supremacy. They never gave a fuck. The one black Disney princess they had, they turned into a frog for most of the fucking movie. Because they didn't think black is beautiful. They never thought black was beautiful. They hate us. They fucking hate us. And there's no escaping that. It's so fucking sad, but whatever, I guess. They don't care. Time for me to stop caring.